What's going on, family? It's your boy Keenan Grayson. I'm here on a birthday trip with my wife, so forgive me, but I wanted to find somewhere that I could record in silence so that I could get this information to the family, because I know y'all ready for this week to go. I'm pumped about it. If you pumped about this week coming up, family, put 100 in the chat, because we looking to make some money. I always tell you, we want to learn and then take the L off of learn so that we can earn. Let's get into it. The first one I want you to pay attention to, and I can't tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. Remember, talk to a licensed financial advisor in your area. Investing carries risk. Let's look at this. Coreweave, CRWV is the first one. What app am I using right now? It's Moomoo. The link is in the top of the description. It's giving me all this information. It's a $50 billion company. When you add up all the shares, that's how much it's worth. So companies like this have the ability to move quite fast. So let's look at what's going on with them. I was telling you that their earnings is coming up. Their earnings look like this. It's on November 10th. It's at about 5 p.m. when the market is closed Eastern time. But when we look at the history down below, we see the blue line and the orange line. The orange line is what they expected to do. The blue line is what they actually did. So they expected to make $1 billion last time, but they made $1.2 billion. Now, a $50 billion company, they should technically be pulling in more than $1 billion or even $1.2 billion. It should be way higher than that. However, we see the vision. The vision is they're working on these data centers. We're in an artificial intelligence wave right now. So a lot of institutions are looking to get involved in the shovel building business. Some of y'all heard that one before. When there's a gold rush, a lot of the time, people don't make money on the gold. They make money on selling shovels. So in the AI, artificial intelligence space, a lot of companies, they might not be able to make money with the AI. However, some of them are going to make money with selling the data center information and the hardware. So this is a tool on Moomoo that I wanted y'all to see, and it's called the institutional ratings. This one says that 95% of institutions are saying that they believe that Coreweave is going to beat their earnings, meaning Wall Street set expectations, and then they looked at it again. It was like, yeah, they probably going to beat those expectations. Here are 3 reasons, and then the last reason is the most important one. The first one is they got a backlog of contracts, meaning they got all these orders, they can't even fill them. Imagine that you were running a lemonade stand and you make 1 lemonade, 2 lemonades, 3 lemonades, but you got to make 1,000 lemonades. Family, you got to get through the backlog because you got all of these orders. So the next one is the partnerships. They partner with NVIDIA and different other AI companies like that. But we've been hearing a lot about partnerships these days. And then the last one, the most important one, is infrastructure expansion. So what is going on is we need more and more compute, they call it, where we need to be able to take more data, get it out quicker, and be able to compute all of this stuff exceedingly faster and more efficiently. And since they're expanding, the big companies, your NVIDIAs, your Metas, all of these companies, Google, they're going to need to work with companies that can help them to do what they do much faster and expand it. Check this. Analysts gave this thing a price target of about 168 on average. Why is that important? Because they're telling you that they think they're going to beat and they're trying to play it up. But this is for the 12 months from now. And again, there ain't never going to be no guarantees, but I want y'all to understand why we trade with the chart and not with our heart over here. Because back in August, we had called this one back down to just about where it is right now. This thing in June was $146. In August, I called it back down to about 95. How did I do it? I looked at the technicals. I looked at the momentum. I looked at the volume. I looked at the data. And the data was telling me this thing was going to come right back down. That's why it's near the $100 level right now. So a lot of people were able to pick that up from following. And if you want to get my calls and my puts and my trades and my stock buys, and some of them I've been going more light on, but we've been having a high hit rate. I want you to get my trades. The link for that is going to be in the top of the description. I'm going live. I'm doing a live stream tomorrow to trade. And a lot of people are going to be there to learn and then earn. So I'll see you over there, family. The next one I want to put on your radar is called Rigetti, RGTI. Rigetti is a quantum computing play. Many of us have already made money in Rigetti, but the opportunity to make more money in it is going to come around again. But I want y'all to understand, making money on the stock market is not always just things going up. Y'all ever heard about how Wall Street often, oh man, this didn't go well? You heard about some dude jumping off of a roof and he don't want to even be around no more? It's because he tried to make money on the way down, but the things didn't come down. And why do I bring that up? That's because somebody was betting with their whole portfolio. When things like that happen, they often try to scare you out of it to think you shouldn't try to make money on the way down, when in actuality, It's easy, and if you're rolling with the right people, it could actually be less risky. So I say that to say this. We've been killing Wall Street this whole year. We've been killing Wall Street the year before that. And even in a bear market, we was killing Wall Street, and we doing it time and time again. And I don't know how many people I've seen and talked to that made over $100,000 up to this point. So I love to see it. And let's get over here, family. Let's talk about it. RGTI is the next one we're looking at. The market cap of this company is like $10 billion. It's going to be a little more. Notice when the market goes up, and I'm telling you these numbers, this is a video that I'm recording that I'm going to put out. So when you see it, the numbers might be a little bit higher. That's why I encourage you to get in on KGU or try to get in on my trades and book a call with my team. So when I'm posting these things, you can see them immediately. But Wall Street think that this is going to come down a little bit in the fair value mark. This is another tool that I was telling you about. But they said that the price target for it should be about 30. Notice we ahead of the price target a little bit, and we also ahead of the fair value Morningstar research number. Why is that? When you look at the earnings on Rigetti, not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row, they missed their earnings. I told you the orange line is the expectations. It's up high. The blue line is on the bottom, meaning they didn't get over the line. If they got over the line, that's beating the earnings. However, here's the interesting thing. For the earnings that's coming up, it's a totally different beast now, because the expectations are now low. So Wall Street is saying that they believe 2 key things. They actually believe 3, but here's the 2 that's important. The first one is they're having technological milestones. They're saying that they have a 2-qubit gate fidelity doubling error reduction. Now, what does that mean for those of us that speak in plain English over here? It means when you look at quantum computing, they actually could do a lot of quantum computing these days, but it's a lot of errors in it. So imagine I told you to guess a password. I gave you no context at all. I just told you to guess the password. Quantum computers are kind of doing that, right? They're trying to guess the password to every single thing, even the code on the blockchain. But they'll give you like 1,000 answers, but one of them is the right answer. Sometimes they could double that and do better and get you to the, you know what? We reduced the errors by 2, and now you got 500 right answers. But still, in these days, and I'm using simple terms here, they might drop it down in half and get you to 500 right answers, but now we still trying to figure out the whole thing, because imagine trying to guess 500 of those. That's why the quantum computing space is still up in the air for now, because they haven't reduced all of the errors out of it yet. Once they reduce the errors all the way down, it's going to be really cooked for a lot of passwords. And they're getting government support to do this. This is the crazy thing, because the government could kind of see where this is going. Oh, they was getting 1 million errors. Then they was getting 500,000 errors. Then they was getting 250,000 errors. Then boom, they all the way down here to 1,000 errors. Family, they can see where this is going. Once they get to 1 error or 2, you got to guess one or the other for the password. Meanwhile, the password could have been anything, but it funneled it down all the way to a point where it's very easy to guess 1 or 2. So the government, they don't want to get smoked. No disrespect, but they got all these nuclear codes and all of these things. They don't want somebody in their house or somebody at Microsoft or somebody at Google guessing the passwords to certain things, which I understand that totally. Another one I want y'all to put your eye on is Uber. Uber is about $90 right now. It's probably $95. It's moving up a little bit. Me and the family, we in a call option on this one, and we've been really knocking this one out the park with Uber. The reason I want you to watch out for Uber is because Uber is becoming a cash king. I'm talking about King. Why is that? Because they're getting more efficient. Let's look at this earnings per share. Now, to most people, it might look like just numbers on the screen. But if you really look close, you'll see that it says their revenue was $205 million up from what it was last time. AKA they're making $13 billion. That's a lot of money. But here's the thing. It's one thing to make money. It's another thing to keep money. So then this EPS, earnings per share, under this, they got to keep a high majority of that. When you look at the numbers under here in green, it's up 159% on the earnings per share, family. They're getting to keep more than 1.5 times their money last year. Let's say you was making 100K and now you're making 150K and you're getting to keep all of it. That's what they're doing. And the cash flows is just getting absolutely nuts. Quarter after quarter after quarter, it's been going up and up and up. This is why we've been making call options on this one, and we've been really cooking up with this. Don't let people make you afraid of trading on the stock market or investing in the stock market. When you do it right, then you can succeed. When you do it wrong and you don't have the discipline, then you're going to find yourself in a position where you feel like trading is not for you. But it can be for you if you're taking it seriously enough. You just got to make sure you're trading with the right people. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you want to support the channel, get some free stocks. The link is in the top of the description. And I'm going live tomorrow to do the trading. I know you want to be there and I want to see you there. I hope that there's space for you. Again, the link is in the top of the description. It says get my trades. You're going to see a little video and then it's going to pop up. And then you're going to have the opportunity, if it's open, to get into my trading session. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.